49 years ago, a warship named INS Donagiri entered service with the Indian Navy. Built under a foreign design and powered by steam turbines, it represented an era when India depended heavily on overseas technology for its naval combat power. Today that name returns to the fleet. But the new INS Donagiri is far more than a replacement. It is a symbol of how far India's shipbuilding industry has come, from assembling foreign designs to producing some of the most advanced stealth warships in Asia.
On June 21st, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, commissioned 3 new naval vessels in Kolkata, namely INS Donagiri, INS Agre and INS Sanshodhak. Amongst them, INS Donagiri stands out as powerful symbol of India's naval transformation. The vessel belongs to Nilgiri class of advanced guided missile stealth frigates being built under Project 17 Alpha. The original INS Donagiri entered service in year 1997 as Leander class frigate. Built under a British design license, the ship represented the best technology available to India at that time. But nearly 5 decades later, naval warfare has changed dramatically, and so has India. The difference between the two ships are striking. The original INS Donagiri displaced around 2,700 tons and measured 113 meters in length. The new INS Donagiri is significantly larger and capable combatant. At nearly 149 meters long and displacing over 6,600 tons, it carries more sensors, more weapons, and far greater combat endurance. Perhaps the biggest difference lies in survivability. The old frigate featured a conventional steel superstructure that could be easily detected by enemy radars. The new Donagiri has been designed from the outset as a stealth warship. Its angular surfaces, enclosed structures, and radar-absorbent features reduce its radar signature, making it significantly harder to detect and track. In modern naval warfare, avoiding detection is often as important as carrying powerful weapons. The transformation in firepower is equally dramatic. The original frigate relied primarily on naval guns for surface engagements. The new Donagiri carries BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, giving it the ability to strike enemy warships and land targets at long range with devastating effect. Alongside BrahMos, the vessel is equipped with vertical launch system cells carrying medium-range surface-to-air missiles, creating a protective shield against aircraft, drones, and incoming missiles. Below the surface, the warship is equally formidable. Ship carries indigenous torpedo system, rocket launchers, and advanced anti-submarine warfare capabilities. The Humsa NG sonar suite continuously scans the underwater battle space, while Shakti electronic warfare suite helps detect, classify, and counter hostile electronic emissions. Together, these systems transform Donagiri into a multi-dimensional combat platform capable of fighting above, on, and below the sea. The aviation facilities represent another major leap forward. The original INS Donagiri could operate only a single helicopter. The new frigate can embark and support 2 multi-role helicopters, including the MH-60R Seahawk and ALH Grove Mark III. This dramatically extends the ship's surveillance, anti-submarine, and maritime strike capabilities far beyond the horizon. Yet the most important story may not be the weapons. It is the level of indigenous technology inside the vessel. Nearly 75% of the ship has been built using Indian systems and components. The hull itself uses indigenous DMR 249A naval steel. Its integrated platform management system, propulsion controls, power management architecture, electronic warfare systems, sonar suite, and multiple weapon systems have all been developed or manufactured within India. This reflects the larger transformation underway in the Indian Navy. For decades, India imported naval platforms or built them under foreign licenses. Today, Indian shipyards are designing, integrating, and producing increasingly sophisticated warships using domestic technology. Project 17 Alpha represents one of the clearest examples of that shift. The birth of INS Dunagiri therefore carries significance beyond a single warship. It represents the journey of India's naval industrial ecosystem from dependence to self-reliance, from steam-powered frigates built under foreign supervision to stealth-guided missile warships packed with indigenous systems, and from a regional navy to a maritime force preparing to operate across the Indo-Pacific.
The name Dunagiri may be very familiar to naval veterans, but the ship carrying that name today belongs to a very different era. An era defined by stealth, network-centric warfare, and indigenous technology. And perhaps most importantly, an era in which India is no longer merely buying naval power, it is building it.